Do you recognize that tight feeling across your chest when worry sets in? That racing mind that won't let you sleep? That perpetual concern for the future that robs your present? What if I told you there's a single phrase, just 3 simple words, that has the power to dissolve anxiety the moment it appears? Neuroscience researchers have investigated this phrase's brain impact, and their discoveries will revolutionize your approach to stress indefinitely. But before I reveal this phrase, I need you to do something right now. Select subscribe and turn notifications on, as what you'll discover could mean the difference between chronic worry and real inner calm. Founded on assembled scientific investigations from universities worldwide and official public health documents, this video delivers current knowledge specifically prepared for those aged 60 and beyond. At this juncture, let me inquire something frank. How much of your life have you spent worrying about things that never happened? How many splendid moments went unappreciated while your mind fixated on either an illusory future or a troubling past? The truth is, anxiety doesn't live in the present moment. It can't. Anxiety is always about what might happen or what already happened. It draws energy from temporal zones that aren't real at this moment. This marks the juncture where everything evolves. The phrase that destroys anxiety is simply this: I am here now. Just 3 words, merely 9 letters. Boundless potential. When pronouncing these words with real presence, something incredible happens within your brain. Research utilizing functional MRI technology demonstrates that present-focused awareness instantly decreases amygdala activity, the brain's anxiety hub, while concurrently boosting prefrontal cortex function, which governs logical thought and emotional control. Nevertheless, this encompasses more than brain chemistry alone. This involves recovering your life from the oppression of invented perils. Reflect on this. In this particular moment, are you safe? Not in future days, not upcoming weeks, not within those early morning mental constructions. Right now, the answer is almost always yes. At this moment, you're taking breaths. Right now, you're safe. This very second, you contain everything needed for present moment existence. The majority of individuals beyond 60 bear years of collected anxieties. We've seen enough to recognize that adverse situations can arise. We've known sorrow, disillusionment, and bodily health struggles. Because of what we've been through, our awareness becomes heightened, always looking for the next risk. This is what those in psychology identify as anticipatory anxiety, and it's incredibly tiring. It feels like marathon running while being completely motionless. Your physical system can't distinguish between actual dangers and invented ones. When you worry about tomorrow's medical appointment, your heart rate increases, your blood pressure rises, stress hormones flood your system, exactly as if the threat were happening right now. This constant stress doesn't simply feel bad. It actually expedites aging and debilitates your immune system. Scientists at Harvard found something profoundly important. When people routinely engage in present moment consciousness, their bodies create less cortisol, the chief stress hormone, and more DHEA, commonly known as the anti-aging molecule. Merely by directing your awareness to now, you're genuinely opting for health instead of sickness, calm instead of disorder. Allow me to recount a story that portrays this excellently. There lived a man called Robert, age 72, who spent every day engulfed in stress about his heart disease. Every morning he woke up checking his pulse, monitoring every sensation, convinced that each day might be his last. His wife observed him withdrawing into this anxiety cell until one day in his garden setting, a butterfly alighting on a proximate flower drew his focus. For just moments, his mental chatter ceased completely. His heart wasn't a source of worry. The next day wasn't on his mind. He was just watching this butterfly, present in that moment. And in that instant, he understood something significant. His anxiety wasn't defending him. It was blocking him from experiencing life. From that day forward, Whenever anxiety appeared, he would say to himself, I am here now, and bring his attention to something in his immediate environment, a particular sound, something tactile, the breath moving through him. Eventually, this elementary practice altered his life more dramatically than any pharmaceutical had. Now, I need you to stop this video for a mere 5 seconds and practice this yourself. Articulate verbally, I am here now. Become aware of your body positioned in the chair. Notice the air on your skin. Listen to the sounds in your environment. Notice how rapidly your worry decreases when you genuinely enter the now. This doesn't involve positive affirmations or denial. This constitutes something substantially more powerful, pure reality. The present moment is the only moment that actually exists. All else is composed of either memory or mental projection. When you grasp this thoroughly, not just conceptually but through living it, anxiety's control over you dissolves. You recognize you've been anguishing over matters that don't actually exist in this moment. And before we go further, I need you to help me spread this message. Post a comment with a digit 1 if this resonates with you, or 0 if you're doubtful. Your involvement helps this video get to others who desperately require these insights. At this juncture, let's consider how to implement this phrase effectively, particularly when anxiety is strong. The crucial point isn't wielding it as a tool against anxiety, attempting to push anxiety out. Instead, apply it as a steadying force, a gentle cue to return home to the here and now. As you recognize anxiety escalating, pause. Take a slow breath. Pronounce I am here now, either verbally or silently. Subsequently, utilize your senses. What can you see? What can you hear? What can you sense physically? This straightforward practice breaks the anxiety pattern before it strengthens. Scientific brain studies confirm that being entirely present and entirely anxious simultaneously cannot occur. They're mutually exclusive states. Presence dissolves anxiety the way light dissolves darkness, not by struggling, but merely by existing there. For those of us past 60, this technique is exceptionally helpful because we often harbor not just immediate concerns, but also amass anxiety from a lifetime of obstacles. We may stress over health matters, financial security, our children or grandchildren, or losing our autonomy. These are true concerns, but worrying over them creates no answers. It simply prevents us from embracing the beautiful moments we still have. Taking steps solves problems. Presence brings us tranquility. Worrying delivers neither. Here's why this phrase is so revolutionary. It functions instantly, requires no money, produces no negative effects, and works in any location, anytime. Therefore, here's what I challenge you to do. Every time you sense anxiety developing, use the phrase, I am here now. Articulate it with presence. Ground yourself in your senses. And this is my ask for you right now.